Well, my friends, next court in the line, a very special one. Watch where we are. The biggest house in town. Then you know we are at Gangster, you know, and then you know it. Court number 7, rank 17. That case, rank 17, and it became better. Normally, I should do this now, you know. We always enter in that, but today you hear it. 1, 2, 3. It is the new Gangster court. So here we are, Gangster court, the new Gangster court. If you know the story, I made update videos, they renewed it. It is one of my favorite spots, you know. I always was here, but we had other ground. Now it is green, but before this was our gravel ground court, you know. In other words, the gravel ground. I always call it the gravel ground. It sounds more intense, you know. And so here we are, Gangster court, you know. A court which is here, I remember it, I think since the early 90s, you know, early 90s, and that was gravel ground, you know. And last year I thought, but they will put it away, because here on the other side of there's a river, and on the other side they built a whole sport complex with everything, you know. And also the biggest, which is not here anymore. It is here, the biggest place in town, but no ring, no goal, nothing. You know the place from the hockey, from the inline hockey, and I thought they will put also this away, but no. And then they changed it. They made a complete new floor in, and it is an natural grass, you know. And now you may think, oh, basketball players, what, that is shit, you know. But I'm a street baller, you know, and I count it as a street baller side and not as an indoor player, because then you would maybe never come here, you know. But as a street baller, I tell you, this unnatural grass, we have discovered this now more and more often, especially in the historical city outside. There are a few courts, you know, 2 courts with unnatural grass, and that is playable very good, you know. You would not think of it, but that is playable very good, and that is so smooth, you know. That is really soft. That is really a cool feeling to walk here, and as you see, there is nothing damaged, you know. There are no holes in, no cuts in, there is nothing. You see that? And that is really a surprise, because normally you would think, boy, when there are the kids in, and I tell you something, there was never one in, you know. I was always the only one. If this was at morning, at around midday, a little bit before, in afternoon, I was always alone here. We have a lot of videos, all with that, the ironical Gangster court, because the age rule, you have seen it. Over 16 years, you are not allowed to enter in. No, you are not allowed to skateboard here, and you have seen that. Why skateboard, you know? There were the stones in, and now it has changed. We have now the goals, and the goals are in the middle, and that is the thing. Now there are only football players. Every time normally when I come, there are always 99% there are kids in, or more grown-up kids, and they all play football. So this goal will always stay here, but they made a new basketball ring, and that was one of the absolute oldest wooden boards what we had. And then when I made the update video, there were no rings anymore, and I said, no, now it is only a football field. No, they changed it, and now this, I cannot tell you if they have painted it on. You know, it is the same shaking as you see. But the board, you know, they made a new board, a ring, you know, and very cool. It is higher here, you know. Before the floor was going down by the gravel ground. I mean, now we have a little bit dirt in, but normally, you know, normally it is a cleaner place, you know. You see there is not much in, so the kids here, I think they watch out for that. And to me, you know, to play, of course you have to dribble the ball a bit more, you know, but that is also a difference. Every unnatural grass court, we have also a real grass court, you know, the what court by the lake outside, you know. But the unnatural grass things, they play all a bit other. But you know, better bring a ball which jumps a bit higher, then you have it easier, you know. But then it is really cool playable, and to me, I see it as a kid. If I would be a kid and see this place, I would say, boy, is that cool. That feels like in your living room, so soft, so nice, you can sit on there, complete other feeling. And so I have the same side nowadays, you know, when I play here. Of course it is not concrete, of course it is not an indoor hardwood court, but it is really cool playable. I mean, I let the goals always here, because when you slide it, I don't know if this is the best way. I think I'm the only basketball streetball player here, so I can adjust to it, you know. But it is really cool to play, and so I like and enjoy that place. I'm here since the early 90s, you know. I lived in that area, a few houses after that, you know. I was growing up here, and that they rebuilt an old place which were nowhere in anymore. Imagine that they built this completely new up, and then the place is completely full of football players now, all the time. You know, now it is media, I watch that I can come here, because normally you have never ever a chance. But to me, really, I have to rank this place higher, because they made absolutely a great thing out of this place where no one played anymore, completely roughed up, and now new board, new ring. They didn't put it away and build here a next block, no, they built here a real original court. And where do you get such a real original streetball court? I mean, with the outview to the big houses, a real ring now, all new made. Even if they have seen there is no one playing basketball, but they made it new. And that is to me cool. You can play, you have to adjust to it, but it is playable. And I mean, that feels so nice. That feels like you are in the swimming area in summer, where you have to pay and you lay down on such a floor. That is the feeling, and it lasts, you see. And so, to me, Gangster Court is now rank 17 and leveled up. Really original, cool place. We made a lot of iconic videos here, you know. I made a winter edition here. That was the last time when I played here with the Wilson Evolution. There I played before at the Beggar League, and the second half of the video was here, and that was the last time when I played here on the gravel ground, you know, to understand for some people, on the gravel ground, you know, Gangster Court. And that it is. So very, very cool place. Ball cannot fall out. Only one thing that also happened to me, the ball. When you have a rebound, it can happen that the ball goes to the net and there is over another net, you know. And my ball was hanging in that net. And there, better have a second ball by you, that you can throw it out, or you have a selfie stick which is 3 meters long. That I had, you can do it. You know, I think it happened twice to me. Or you always, that is my tip, always have a bottle by you, you know, because then you can throw it out like this, you know, then bam, you need this. Otherwise, as a street baller, you always have to watch. Very cool place, rank 17, our Gangster Court. And it was winter edition 3 2024 Wilson Evolution, second half Gangster Court. Hey, I tell you other story. I put on a gangster mask in violet, and that is a behind story. I think I've never told this, because I mean, this was the last time I played here. Then I thought I'd come in with the gangster mask, put it in, and I had a little tripod which you don't see. When you walk here, you don't see that there is someone filming. I was alone in and put in the complete gangster mask and the clothes, and then I played here, and I swear you, the people walked here, some really, they got a shock, and what is there, you know, they completely strange. And some people didn't work anymore. They put out their handy. I don't know if they called the police. I had to watch that. I'm quick. You can watch it. Winter Edition 3 Wilson Evolution. I will link it at the end of the video where you see with and it was the second half before Beggar League and then this and that. Wow. That was really a kind to play with that. Wow. That was really cool. And so with the biggest house in front from our Gangster court, we will see us again at the next court. Until then, bye and ciao.
And I always do it big because I can.